Well, here it is, folks. Here it is. We thought this was a little fake at the beginning. We kind of, talked about this a couple weeks ago, that Urban Meyer was kind of thinking about signing Tim Tebow, and we hated that idea, but we thought it was maybe a little bit of a publicity stunt to kind of get ready, get all the energy pumping about the Jags, because this was coming out before the draft. So we thought maybe this was just to kind of emphasize, pump up, get everybody pumped up about the season, the draft, all that. But now we're still talking about it, and it seems like it's really going to happen. So here it is. The Jaguars are planning to sign Tim Tebow to a one-year deal to play tight end. What the hell are we doing, folks? What the hell is this? What are we turning this league into, folks? He has not played in 9 years. He hasn't been playing football in 9 years. 9 years removed from a sport, and he thinks he can just come in, step right back in, and be good in a position he has never played. Folks, he was not a tight end in college. He was a quarterback. He was not a tight end in the NFL. He was a quarterback. Remember, after, the Denver Broncos got rid of him for a quarterback, then he kind of went around to the Patriots, and the Patriots were like, why don't you play tight end for us? And then he was like, no, I want to play quarterback. And then the Patriots are like, okay, you could play quarterback, but not for us, so get out of here, please. And then he went to the Jets, and that was one season, and then he went to go play baseball, and then he didn't get to the major leagues. He was in the minor leagues. He came to my local minor league baseball team. I went out and saw this man play. He was not that good. I don't even think he barely played that game either. But either way, he tried to play baseball for the last 9 seasons. That didn't work out, so he went to be like a college football analyst on ESPN, and we just heard ESPN firing a lot of their kind of talent, and now Tim Tebow, a little jobless out here, wants to try and go back to the NFL, and it seems like it's working because he's about to get signed to a one-year deal. So what the hell is Tim Tebow, folks? So we have a lot to discuss about this man, so let's just kind of start at the basics. Tim Tebow, the quarterback. Was he good? Was this man a good quarterback in this league? Let's find out. He's not. Spoiler alert, he's absolutely garbage. But let's, give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's watch some tape. Let's look at the stats. Let's see what this man was all about. So let's first start with the stats. Tim Tebow, yes sir, 6'2" quarterback, 236 pounds. But let's see what he was doing here. Already 3 short years in the NFL, obviously. His first season with the Broncos, he only played 3 games, went 1-2, 50% completion percentage, 654 yards, 5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. But, we could take that as, first season, never really started the entire year, so we can kind of give him, a little bit of a benefit of the doubt. Let's see what he did his second season when he played. He started 11 games, so this is, really the 1 year, one kind of complete year that Tim Tebow has played in the NFL. So not only do we have a 9-year removed player trying to come back to the league, we have a 9-year removed player who has really only started at one season. Look at these games started. 3 games started in 2010, 11 games started in 2011, and 2 games started in 2012. Folks, that is 16 games started. So the man has only played 1 season in the NFL ever since 2010. He's only played 1 full season in 11 seasons worth of games, folks. And he wants to try and come to a new position that he's never played before. Alrighty, here we go. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. I guess I don't want to, and I'm trying not to, but I guess I have to if we want to be, impartial, but he's trash. He's just trash. But here we go. 2011. 11 games started. He went 7-4. Alrighty, not bad. You were winning games. You were winning games, so we can kind of give you the benefit of the doubt. But look at these stats, folks. 46% completion percentage in 2011 when he played the majority of the season. Absolutely, folks, 46% completion percentage is the worst I think I've ever seen, folks. I don't know if I've ever seen a lower one playing 11 games in a season, so 46% completion percentage is 1,000% unacceptable, folks. Unacceptable. 1,700 yards, 12 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. So he has at least one good thing, right? We like at least 2-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio, and he did that, 12-6. We'll take that as 2-to-1, but it's absolutely trash, only 12 touchdowns. But 46% completion percentage is absolutely garbage, folks. So We obviously can't compare his stats to Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers. I mean, they just blow right past him. We all know this. But who is probably the worst bust of a quarterback in NFL history? Ryan Leaf. Let's see what Ryan Leaf was putting up. I mean, the number 1 overall pick, guaranteed to be real good, and he completely floundered. Once again, played 3 seasons just like Tim Tebow did, only started 21 games, so basically like Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow started 16, Ryan Leaf started 21. But let's see what Ryan Leaf did in his first year in 1998, folks. 1998. He started 9 games, went 3-6. This is Ryan Leaf. He had 45% completion percentage. That's the trash we're talking about. Ryan Leaf. Tim Tebow is Ryan Leaf, folks. Do y'all not get this? Do y'all not understand? 45% completion percentage his first year. Now, the one thing that Ryan Leaf was absolutely god-awful at was the touchdown to interception ratio. We're looking at 2-1 touchdown to interception ratio. This man's like -7. I don't even know how you do that, but he did it. 2 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. So, yes, Tim Tebow wasn't throwing all those picks, but when we're looking at completion percentage, he's Ryan Leaf, folks. Then at 2000, took 1999 off, obviously, because he was so trash. He started 9 games again, went 1-8, 50% completion percentage, 11 touchdowns, 18 interceptions. Once again, just absolutely trash. But this is kind of the quarterback talent that we're looking at. He is Ryan Leaf, folks, 100%. So, absolutely trash stats. We can all agree these are never good. These don't even look good. I don't even know how, honestly, he won 7 games in 2011. I know they were all kind of come back from behind wins. They would get down in the fourth quarter and he would magically win. Folks, that's what Drew Lock was doing this year. They were losing the entire game. Then he came back in the fourth quarter and won. And, it's kind of a coincidence that Drew Lock was with the Broncos last season. So Drew Lock is better than Tim Tebow, but they win the same, winning at the end of the fourth quarter when they were already kind of getting blown out in a miraculous, kind of defense lacking off. You can kind of get a quick score, then momentum changes, and then you capitalize. So Tim Tebow's not just winning games. But then the one argument that I'm sure I've heard it, I mean, I was tweeting yesterday about how trash this man was, and then all the rebuttals that I was getting, and I'm sure you heard them, or maybe you've even said this, oh, he won a playoff game. He won a playoff game. And he did. Technically, officially, he did win a playoff game. So let's get to that real quick. Let's see the playoff game win from Tim Tebow, because it was absolutely trash, folks. So here we go. It's in 2011 AFC wildcard game. So first round of the playoffs. Tie game against Pittsburgh going into overtime. Denver wins the toss. They receive. And this is the first play coming out of overtime, folks. They kneel the ball. They get it to the 20-yard line. And let's see how Tim Tebow ends up winning this playoff game. So here we go. Here we go. Ball snapped, garbage play action that all the Steelers bite on, go to Demaryius Thomas over the middle, and that is just Demaryius Thomas taking it for the rest 50 yards because this man is great. This man's a great wide receiver. We're going to talk about him a little bit more in a second, but let's go back to this play, folks. First of all, it's just this defense all crashing down. I don't know what they were probably imagining run because, why would we be defending the pass against Tim Tebow? He's just garbage. I would not respect this man's arm. I'm playing the run all day. So we see all of the linebackers, everybody's first step is to the line of scrimmage because they think it's going to be a running play because they're not respecting Tim Tebow. I would not respect him either. So they all take a first step up. Tim Tebow sees that. He recognizes it. Now, that's great. He recognized, everybody blitzing, so he just kind of, tosses it to Demaryius Thomas over the middle. It's a good throw. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking Tim Tebow 1,000%. I'm knocking him 99.9%, okay? You can still do some things good while always being trash. I'm sure Ryan Leaf had a good series. I'm sure. So here we go. Tim Tebow to Demaryius Thomas. Wide open. Unfortunate. Is that Troy Polamalu too? Did he get burned against Tim Tebow? I think of him as one of the greatest kind of safeties of all time. I think that's him right here. I see the hair. So that's a little knock on Troy Polamalu of getting burned by Tim Tebow. Never a good look. But it's just Demaryius Thomas able to speed to finish this play. And then let's also look at one more thing on this play, the play action kind of fake attempt. It's trash, folks. Look at this lackadaisical play action attempt by both Tim Tebow and the running back here. So here we go. This is the fake, folks. This is the fake. Here we go. Look at Tim Tebow's hands. Barely gets it even into the stomach of the running back. Nobody's really selling it that much. It's just the Steelers defense was just expecting the run, because why would you not? It's Tim Tebow. I'm not going to respect his arm, especially in overtime. I'm saying, oh my goodness, this man's so trash. They're probably just going to run the ball, maybe rely on their defense to get a takeaway if they have to go 3 and out here. So yeah, I mean, I agree with the Steelers kind of, thinking on this play of it's going to be a run, so let's try to maybe blitz a little bit. And then it's just unfortunate that, he's able to kind of, beat the last man of defense right there with a nice stiff arm, get that separation. So yes, officially Tim Tebow won a playoff game. We just saw it right here. It's in his stats. He's got 1 playoff win. Fantastic for the man. Not everybody has a playoff win. But what did he do the following game? What happened in the second game that nobody ever likes to talk about? He got absolutely blitzed by this Patriots team. Let's go to the official stats of what Tim Tebow did in the second round of the playoff game. First, let's go back to the wild card game and tell you his stats for that game that we just saw of him hitting Demaryius Thomas over the middle. So in that game, he threw 47% completion percentage. He had 316 yards and 2 touchdowns. A lot of those yards coming on that last play. That's 80 yards to give this man. So 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, not turning the ball over. I'll give him that in the playoff game. Fantastic. Very well done. But we're talking about 47% completion percentage. Folks, he completed 10 passes for the entire game. 2 passes every single quarter. That's 8 right there. And then 1 more in overtime, and then he threw 3 completions in 1 quarter sometime in that game. So just absolutely trash. And then he goes to New England and gets absolutely murdered 45-10. Folks, he lost by 35 points. His completion percentage was 34%, absolutely garbage, 136 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions, and he also fumbled 1. So, he fumbled the ball. Absolutely trash. Still able to turn the ball over. So, just absolutely not good by this man. Garbage stats, not getting it done. Yes, he won against the Steelers. That's not a strong argument, in my opinion. It's more of the Steelers defense losing than Tim Tebow winning. And then just got absolutely blew out by the Patriots. And I do want to watch this game in a little bit. This Patriots, I've got it right here, the highlights of the 2011 AFC divisional game against the Broncos and the Patriots. And I want to get to that in a second, but for a different reason. So let's go back to... Let's go back to Tim Tebow in this kind of, 2011, his only real good season here. And let's see what he was doing with his wide receivers. Was he making his wide receivers better? Let's see what he was doing. So in the 2011 season, he had 3 good wide receivers for his squad. The first one we just saw, Demaryius Thomas. That was 2011, and that was his worst season. That was his second worst season of all time. After 2011, when he moves off of Tim Tebow. Well, let's talk about the 2011 season with Tim Tebow. He had 551 yards, all right? And then after Tim Tebow, he's right up there with 1,000 yards, 1,400 yards a year after Tim Tebow, 1,400 yards 2 years after Tim Tebow, 1,600 yards 3 years after Tebow, 1,300 yards 4 years after Tim Tebow, 1,000 yards 5 years after Tim Tebow, and then he dips a little bit at 940, but he had that nice stretch, his nice prime of not having Tim Tebow as a quarterback, able to get it done. Also, his catch percentage was off the charts after. His catch percentage was 45% with Tim Tebow, so Tim Tebow absolutely throwing garbage passes all the time. We knew that with the completion percentage, and it's reflected in the catch percentage by Demaryius Thomas as well. 45% in 2011, and then what happens after for those next 5 years where he was putting up 1,000+ yards receiving every single year? 65% catch percentage, 64%, 60%, 59, a little dip there, 62%. That's what he was doing in that nice 5-year stretch of catching 1,000 yards receiving every single year. So Tim Tebow is making, receivers that are great A1 tier 1 receivers into garbage, tier 2, tier 3 wide receivers. So Demaryius Thomas elevated his game outside of Tim Tebow. Let's go to Eric Decker, another wide receiver during that 2011 season. Once again, having one of his worst years. He had 612 yards receiving in 2011, and then the year after Tim Tebow, 1,000 yards. 2 years after that, 1,200. 3 years after that, 900. 4 years after that, 1,000 yards receiving. Once again, these receivers elevating their play with other quarterbacks other than Tim Tebow. Once again, his catch percentage goes up. He had 45% catch percentage in 2011, that season with Tim Tebow, and then immediately the next season he jumps up to 69%, 64%, 64%, 60%. So once again, another wide receiver elevating his play outside of Tim Tebow. But these aren't the only two weapons that elevated their play outside of Tim Tebow. Let's go to Eddie Royal. He actually had his worst season with Tim Tebow ever, and he was playing in Denver before Tim Tebow. So the 2 years before Tim Tebow, or the 3 years, 2008, he had 980 yards, 345 yards in 2009, and then back to being pretty decent with 627 yards in 2010. Then comes Tim Tebow in the 2011 season where he played the majority of the games, 155 yards and 38% catch percentage, the lowest yards he's ever had in his career, and the lowest catch percentage he's ever had in his entire career, folks. So absolutely trash. Tim Tebow makes wide receivers absolutely garbage, folks. He does not elevate any play. So we're getting back to just kind of the main point here of Tim Tebow, the one position that he was actually trained to do through the college system, through the NFL. He couldn't even be good. Folks, we're not talking about, him not being one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, folks. We're just talking about, is he good? Is he even a decent quarterback in this league? And the answer is no, folks. He's absolutely abysmal, folks, as a quarterback. He's absolutely garbage. And he was training to be a quarterback his entire career. So why do we think he's going to pan out to be a good tight end if he couldn't even train and practice day in, day out, year after year after year after year? I mean, folks, he was, in the Florida program with Urban Meyer. We know Urban Meyer's a good coach, so he's going to test, what Tim Tebow can do and make sure that he is on, his grind and getting it done in practice. So he trained year after year to be a good quarterback, but he never was. And now he's 9 years removed trying to do, ESPN, trying to do baseball, but now we think he's going to be a good tight end in this league. He's got no training. He's never played the tight end position before. And now we're all expected to, act like this man's good now? Come on, folks. So he was a garbage quarterback. That gives us no reason to believe that he's going to be a good tight end, folks. He had the practice to be a good quarterback, and he never was. All right, so that's kind of the first portion we have to talk about of Tim Tebow, the quarterback. He wasn't good, barely won a playoff game, garbage stats, comparing him to Ryan Leaf. Yes, he won a playoff game, but absolutely trash. And now the really next thing we have to look at is, will he be a good tight end? Different position, maybe he'll be good. Maybe his kind of skill set would fit the tight end narrative. So let's get into that now. The first thing we have to look at, or the main thing we have to do now, is compare, just kind of Tim Tebow's frame. What does a tight end in this league look like right now? Well, it doesn't look like Tim Tebow. I can say that right off the rip. So here we go. Tim Tebow, he's 6'2", 236 pounds. He's also 33 years old, folks. Come on, man. Once again, 9 years removed. You're going to take a chance on somebody that's 9 years removed after we just had a draft and there's multiple undrafted free agents, not just this year, but for the last 9 years that have never got their shot. But you want to go with Tim Tebow? Come on. So let's go back here. Tim Tebow, 6'2", 33 years old. Is there any tight ends in the NFL that looks like Tim Tebow? Well, let's see. So keep in mind, 6'2", 33 years old. So here we go. I've got the starting lineup of every single team of their tight ends in the league. So let's go through them all right here. First one up, Mark Andrews with Baltimore, tight end. Let's see what Mark Andrews is like. He's 6'5", 25 years old, in his prime. Alrighty. Dawson Knox of Buffalo, the starting tight end. 6'4", 24 years old, in his prime, taller than Tim Tebow. Drew Sample from Cincinnati, 6'4", 25 years old. Austin Hooper from Cleveland, a good one, a real good one. Solid tight end here, 6'4", 26 years old. Did he have 1,000 yards last season? Let's quickly look at that. He had, how many yards did he have last season? Only 435. He had 787 in 2019. So, that's what you have to do to get, close to 1,000 yards. You've got to be a tall wide receiver in this league, and that's what Tim Tebow's not. But let's keep going here. Noah Fant from Denver, tight end. How tall is he? 6'4", 23 years old. Jordan Akins, tight end from Houston, 6'4", 29 years old. Jack Doyle from the Colts. He's been there for a long time. He's 6'6", 31 years old. 6'6", folks. Let's go to Chris Manhertz, who Jacksonville currently has as their starting tight end in this league. He is 6'6", 29 years old. And they've got 4 other tight ends. Let's look at all of them. James O'Shaughnessy, 6'4", 29 years old. Luke Farrell. These are all Jacksonville so far. 6'6". He's ageless. They don't even put his age here. Alrighty. Looks like he's a rookie. So maybe 22, 21. And he's 6'6", we just said, right? We just said 6'6"? 6'6". And you've got a 6'6" tight end, rookie tight end, and you're going to go back to Tim Tebow? Let's keep going here. Tyler Davis, tight end from Jacksonville. 6'4", 24 years old. So, folks, what are we even talking about here? Let's even keep going. Travis Kelce, the pinnacle of what a tight end should be. 6'5", and he's, in his prime of 31. Let's look at Travis Kelce's career stats, folks, because this is a true tested championship-winning tight end. This is how you get it done. 1,000 yards every single season for the last 5 years. 1,400 yards, one of the main receiving weapons for that Kansas City Chiefs team. Do you think Tim Tebow, 9 years removed from the sport, never playing tight end in his career, is going to do what Travis Kelce does? Because you have to if you want to win a ring, folks. He is proven talent tight end in this league. He's won the ring. 72% catch percentage last season. 1,400 yards. 6'5", tall, athletic, and fast. That's what you have to do to win a title in this league. I don't think at 33, out of his prime, because if you're telling me that Tim Tebow, out of his prime, is going to be better than Travis Kelce in his prime currently, you're out of your gourd, folks. Truly. But let's keep going. Every single team here. Jared Cook, tight end for the Chargers. What is he? 6'5". He's 34. He's out of his prime. Aging out. Darren Waller of the Raiders. We don't even have to talk about his size. We know it. 6'6". He's 28, and we know he is the new breed of tight ends. We just saw Kyle Pitts get drafted from the Falcons. This is the direction of tight ends. This is the direction of tight ends. This is the direction that tight ends are heading in this league, folks. Tall, fast, basically just wide receivers lined up at the end of the line, folks. So Darren Waller, 6'6". Mike Gesicki, tight end for the Dolphins. 6'6", 25 years old. Jonnu Smith for the Patriots. 6'3", 225 years old. So, still taller than, Tim Tebow by that 1 inch. It's still, 1 inch. And we'll see what Jonnu Smith does this year for the Patriots. Let's go to Chris Herndon, tight end for the Jets, 6'4", 25 years old. Eric Ebron for the Steelers, a true, tested veteran out here. 6'4", and he's still only 28 years old, folks. Still has tons of years ahead of him. Anthony Fersker for the Tennessee Titans. Damn you, Tennessee. You have a 6'2" tight end? Let's see, does he work out? Has he ever worked out? He's got 4 years experience in this league. 6'2", tight end, 26 years old. What is his stats looking like? Nothing good. 200 yards, 300 yards, 204 yards, 225 yards. That's what he was doing these last 4 seasons. He's got 816 yards in 4 seasons at 6'2", where Travis Kelce at 6'5" has 1,400 yards just last season alone. So what are we talking about here, folks? That's just all the AFC tight ends. But does the NFC, do they do tight ends differently? Do they've got small kind of tight ends? So let's keep going here, folks. We're going through all the teams. I don't care. Max Williams, tight end for the Arizona Cardinals, 6'4", 27 years old. Kyle Pitts, Atlanta, the rookie. This was what's in the draft. 6'6", 20 years old. This is the direction that tight ends are heading. Not 6'2", 33-year-old ex-ball players, ex-quarterback. Stop this. But let's keep going. Dan Arnold, tight end for the Carolina Panthers. 6'6", 26 years old. Cole Kmet, tight end for the Chicago Bears. 6'6", 22 years old. See, even Matt Nagy can get the tight end position right. Blake Jarwin, tight end for the Dallas Cowboys. 6'5", 26 years old. TJ Hawkinson, tight end for the Detroit Lions, 6'5", 23 years old. Folks, do you get what I'm getting at? Robert Tonyan got to the NFC Championship game last year at 6'5", 27 years old. Keep going. Tyler Higbee for the Rams. Folks, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about Robert Tonyan, Tyler Higbee, Travis Kelce. We haven't gotten to George Kittle yet. Rob Gronkowski. We haven't gotten to him yet. This is the pinnacle. This is what successful tight ends look like in this league. 6'6", in their prime, 20 years old, 28 years old was Tyler Higbee. Irv Smith, tight end for the Vikings. 6'2", 22 years old. What is he doing? Just kind of, career-wise. What is he putting up numbers-wise? 300 yards, 300 yards, 300 yards. Once again, in 3 seasons, 600 yards. 600 yards in 3 years, folks. 2 years officially. Why'd they do the 3-year average? Mixing me up. All right, so in two seasons, back-to-back 300 yards, that doesn't get it done in this league, folks. Have you kind of noticed the good tight ends we're talking about get to the, championship games, the best games? Tyler Higbee, Robert Tonyan, Travis Kelce, Irv Smith for the Vikings. They didn't even make the playoffs last season. Adam Troutman, tight end for the New Orleans Saints, 6'5", 24 years old. Evan Ingram for the Giants, 6'3", 26 years old. Dallas Goedert, tight end for the Eagles, 6'5", 26 years old. Gerard Everett, tight end for the Seahawks. We're almost done, folks. Hang tight with us. Let's get Gerard Everett. Let's get him up. This is not loading. That is not good. All right, let's skip him. Go to George Kittle. None of these are opening. This is not good. Are we even still live? It appears to be. These websites are not loading. So we may have to end that short a little bit. This is not good. All right, but you get what I'm reaching at, folks. You get what I'm saying is that Tim Tebow is not the size. Folks. He's got nothing that resembles what a starting great tight end in this league is ever. So what are we doing out here? So Tim Tebow is a garbage kind of prototypical tight end in this league. Everybody is better than him. Everybody is bigger than him. And now let's go to, since we've got that down, let's go to what else we got here? Where do I want to go next? This kind of threw me off a little bit because I don't even know if I'm still live now, and that's a little bit of a problem. But let's go to this. So he's not the protocol tight end player. We can also, is this loaded back yet? I don't like this. Alrighty, let's go here. So first of all, when he went to the Patriots, he didn't want to be the tight end, folks. We've got this article right here. This is from 2013, excuse me. After he left the Broncos because they didn't want him anymore because he was absolutely garbage. But don't expect Tim Tebow to line up at the tight end for the New England Patriots this season. The Patriots seem to have a need for bodies, with Rob Gronkowski still recovering from multiple surgeries and Aaron Hernandez embroiled in a murder investigation. Tebow has too much to learn as a quarterback for New England to consider adding tight end duties. Tebow has heard opinions that he may be better suited for a tight end throughout his NFL career, especially in the last year, during which he was largely ignored on the bench of the Jets. He has the frame and athleticism to potentially excel at this position. Tebow has yet to prove that he has the blocking and receiving abilities necessary. Folks, so this was in 2013. He did not have the skills of blocking and receiving necessary to be a tight end. Also, he has said consistently that he does not want to play tight end and that he wants to be maintained as a quarterback, folks. So what the hell, man? Every single year, it's something with Tim Tebow. I want to go play baseball. I want to be a tight end. It's every single year different, and it's not a good look. It looks desperate, and I would not want that in my locker room. So, in 2013, he didn't want to be a tight end, wanted to stay as, a quarterback. And, I found this little video here of him, working out with the Patriots in kind of, practice, and just look at his size, folks. Once again, he was undersized at the quarterbacks of the Patriots. Look at that. This is Tom Brady right here. Look at the size difference. Undersized at a quarterback, couldn't make it work. And that's Tom Brady. And this is the number 2 quarterback here for the Patriots as well, still undersized. So Tim Tebow, the third stringer in practice for that Patriots team, undersized at the quarterback position, the position that he was practicing his entire career to play. And once again, we just ran through all the tight ends in the league, and he's once again undersized. He got cut. He didn't even play for the Patriots, folks. If y'all remember, he got signed to the Patriots to come in and work out, and then remember, Tim Tebow had an endorsement lined up, and Bill Belichick said, no, you can't do that. So Tim Tebow didn't do that, and then a couple of weeks later, he got cut from the Patriots. Remember, folks? Funny. He's trash, folks. So why are we even talking about this, man? And let's just end it right here. With this, the AFC divisional round, because, folks, Tom Brady went to Aaron Hernandez and Rob Gronkowski a lot in this game. So let's see what a tight end was doing against, what tight ends were looking like when, Tim Tebow was playing against them. And let's watch Tim Tebow as a quarterback, because it's still funny here. As we said, 35% completion percentage in this game. So here we go. First play up. This is Tom Brady. Is he going to a tight end here? That's Rob Gronkowski, first play. There it is. Bingo, bango. Picking up the first down, catching the ball. Here we go, handing it off to Aaron Hernandez in the backfield, and then he goes and runs 50 yards for the score, folks. Is Tim Tebow going to be as fast and as strong as Aaron Hernandez? He didn't get the score, but he's down, to the 7-yard line. A 45-yard run here. Is Tim Tebow going to be this fast at 33 years old, 9 years removed from the sport, folks? Because this is what Aaron Hernandez was doing, in his kind of prime of tight end, and we know that Tim Tebow's out of his prime at that age of 33. Tom Brady back in the red zone, not going to a tight end, but let's watch Tim Tebow as a quarterback here. 3rd and 5. Escaping the pocket. That's some good speed there. I'm not going to lie. That was impressive by Tim Tebow. That was a good run by Tim Tebow. So maybe he'll have the speed, but once again, the size, the catching ability, folks, we don't even know if he can catch a ball. We don't know if he can catch a ball, folks, and he wants to be a tight end. All right, here he goes, dropping back, fumbling the ball, loosey-goosey with the ball, but this man wants to be, holding on to the ball as a tight end, knowing that he's going to have to, chip off blocks and take big hits, deliver big hits, but he can't even hold on to the ball. He can't even hold on to the ball. Fumble Rooney over here. And then we're back to Tom Brady in this game, throwing 2 tight ends. Rob Gronkowski over the middle, sure hands, can barely get brought down. The only reason that he's brought down is because he held onto his leg. I mean, he's tall. You can't bring him down. We know Rob Gronkowski has an entire incredible career. And then look at this one. You're telling me Tim Tebow can do this? You're telling me Tim Tebow can do this in the end zone? Bobble the ball, maintain concentration on the ball, dive for the ball, come up with the ball 2 feet in bounds, elbows in bounds before you're going out of bounds for the touchdown? You're telling me that Tim Tebow's going to be able to do this? Come on. Look at this. Look at that. Amazing. Absolutely amazing, folks. Fantastic work there by Rob Gronkowski. What else do we get? Now Tim Tebow back on the field, handing the ball off. So let's skip this play. Here he is, passing the ball. Little low. Got it off, though. Actually, no. Incomplete pass. So, unfortunate there. 4th and 5 now. Bad pass because look how low this is. Look how low that ball is. So, another kind of garbage drive. Then it's Tom Brady back to pass here. He's going back to tight ends. Ooh, he's throwing a pick there. That's not good. That ain't good. Can Tim Tebow capitalize off this pick? Can he do something right? Can he finally do something good? Here we go, 3rd and 3 at the 17-yard line. There he goes. Well done. Getting down into the red zone. Let's see if he can capitalize off with the touchdown now in the red zone. What do we get? Tim Tebow handing off the ball. And then they score. So Tim Tebow just delivering the ball, getting a pick at basically at the 20-yard line, helping him out. Then it's Tom Brady going back to pass. No tight end there. Here we go, Aaron Hernandez back in the backfield. 9-yard run, fantastic. In the red zone, Tom Brady. Rob Gronkowski able to finish over the middle. A score wide open. Fantastic. Now we're back to garbage. Tim Tebow dropping back to pass, stepping up in the pocket, gets brought down for the sack. 2nd and 14. Can't even do the read option right. I mean, you hand this ball off. Why don't you hand this ball off? He can't even read the read option right, folks. He can't even read the read option right as a quarterback gets brought down for another 10 yards for the sack. Trash! There we go. Tom Brady going down to not a tight end there. Alrighty, what else do we get here? Tim Tebow back on the field, 3rd and 5. Can't even pick up a first down. Can't even throw the ball accurately, wide open on 3rd and 5 to be competitive in this game. Look at trash. Look at that trash throw, jeez. And then it's Tom Brady back on the field, the GOAT, putting up 28 points in the first half, no problem. Can he put up more? Yes, he does. Rob Gronkowski wide open over the middle. Big shot. Knows he's going to take a big shot heading over the middle. And you're telling me Tim Tebow's going to do this, folks? Come on. No way. He doesn't have the size. Look at the size that Rob Gronkowski has on these defenders. Wide open. Fantastic. Come on, folks. It's just so different. These parallels are so different, folks, and I cannot see that Tim Tebow's going to work. Absolutely not, folks. Absolutely not. Alrighty, what else do we get here? What else do we go to? All right, I guess we can finish up with this right here because this really puts it all into context right here. So Dez Bryant gets on Twitter, and this is what Dez Bryant has to say about Tim Tebow probably getting back in the league. This is what Tim Tebow tweeted, or Dez Bryant tweeted. So Tebow haven't played an NFL game in damn near a decade, and it's that simple. No hate, but you got to be kidding me. As agree. As it's as simple as that he can just walk on and instantly after 9 years removed can just walk on to an NFL field just like that. And then he says this as well. Regarding my last post, I knew it would cause controversy, and that was just to get your attention. This is not a slight at Tebow. Once again, exactly what we're saying. We're not banging on Tim Tebow. We're knocking what the hell is going on in this league because it makes no sense, folks. It's not like he was a good quarterback and, all right, he was a legend in this league, took a couple years off, no worries, but he was good when he played. He was never good when he played, and now he's 9 years removed. I'm happy for Tebow, and I want to see everyone succeed. I am saying to wake up and see what goes on and take care of yours. Pay attention to what goes on around us and look deeper between the lines. This is why I preach unity in black society and taking care of us, lifting each other up. It's more than getting together and running routes and casually linking up. It's about truly connecting and connecting to build and create, controlling what we can control, and building our community. Alrighty. But once again, the point of just Tim Tebow can just instantly walk on. And, there is a lot of comparisons of Tim Tebow and Colin Kaepernick. I can't get into that debate anymore because Colin Kaepernick, he took the settlement, folks. Like this notion that Colin Kaepernick he can't, folks. He cannot get back in the league. He signed the NDA. He got paid a lot of money, and there was a reason why it's an undisclosed amount of money, why he had to sign the NDA, because there's clear evidence, folks. It's clear. It was clear to everybody that he was getting blackballed from the NFL. So that's why there was an undisclosed settlement. He got got paid, folks, a ton of money. I can't guarantee because I don't know, but I would strongly suggest that it's upwards of, $50 to $100 million. That's the range that Colin Kaepernick got paid. They need hush money, folks. There's some things that would just ruin the NFL. Concussion stats and CTE stats. There's a ton of money that the NFL pays to keep all that science hush hush. Colin Kaepernick getting blackballed, that would have just, if that officially got confirmed, just like CTE, we all know it's there, but if it officially gets 100% confirmed, then it's the end of the NFL, folks. So, that's why I don't want to get into this kind of, sucker debate of, Colin Kaepernick's not even back in the league. Well, because he can't, folks. He cannot. He literally cannot. It's in his contract what he got paid. Whatever he signed to get paid for the hush-hush money, it's in there that you can never return back to this game as anything. A coach, a player, anything. You cannot be back in this league. So try not to get caught up in that kind of debate. The principle still stands of the debate. I understand that. But, just using him as the example, it's not the best look just because of those kind of, what has happened. There are different circumstances. And then this guy puts it absolutely fantastic. This man's tweet puts it absolutely 1,000%. Like, this is it, folks. Like, this is the tweet. This is it. Here it is. So shout out to this man, the anonymous nobody at L_budget. This is what he tweets. Tim Tebow gets treated like a make-a-wish kid. All his athletic fantasies have come to life. Want to play quarterback in the NFL? Sure. Want to be a baseball player? Grab a bat, Timmy. Want one more shot in the NFL as a tight end? Well, let's teach you a route tree, Timmer. So, yes, he's basically a make-a-wish kid, folks. Whatever he wants to do. You want to do ESPN? You want to be an analysis? You want to be a quarterback in this league? You want to play for the Patriots? We can try to get you to play for the Patriots. We can try to do that. You want to play baseball? Exactly what this man says. Go and do that. You want to be 9 years removed from the NFL and come back as a tight end? Sure, why not? So 1,000%, this man says it to the point, folks. This is it, folks. Like I said, that's the tweet. And now there's a rumor here. Bleacher Report, Gridiron tweets, there's a rumor, quote, not everybody in the Jaguars building is thrilled with team signing Tim Tebow. Yes, why would anybody want this man on your team? 9 years removed, overprivileged guy that gets whatever the hell he wants, whenever the hell he wants. He went out and kind of talked out against paying college players for their likeness when all those universities were cashing in on those players. Tim Tebow went on ESPN and openly criticized it when this man was born with a silver spoon in his mouth, never had to worry about a dime in his entire life, and he went out there and said, hey, these college kids don't deserve to get any money. This is a mistake. We should not be doing this. So, of course, nobody would even respect this man as a human being. Why would you even respect this man as a player alone? He's never succeeded in this league, now 9 years removed. These guys in the locker room knows the grind, knows what it takes to get it done every single year consistently, knows the work, the blood, the sweat, the tears, the blood, everything that goes into football to be good just for one game, 1 week to be good. It takes your whole body for an entire week. And we're talking year after year after year to be consistent. And Tim Tebow hasn't been in that work ethic for the last 9 years. So please spare us with this Tim Tebow garbage. He's garbage. He will not work as a tight end. This is the worst decision ever to be made. Now, if this is just for publicity for the Jaguars, then I don't respect Urban Meyer, because this is not the publicity that you want. This is not good publicity. First year as a head coach, you already had good publicity coming in. You got Trevor Lawrence, you got Travis Etienne. There was no bad publicity coming around the Jaguars organization. Everybody loves Urban Meyer. He was, the crown jewel in college, folks. Him and Nick Saban. Everybody loves this man. So there was no negative press. There was no, we got to get, bad news off of us, so let's go sign Tim Tebow. So if it's for publicity, I don't respect Urban Meyer, and now I can't even root for him this season because this is garbage. This is garbage, folks. To even think about signing this man is truly garbage. And then if you actually do it, we can't even respect him then, because what the hell are we doing out here? We just did 46 minutes on why this man is absolutely garbage. So Tim Tebow, man, in the NFL, it won't work. It won't work, man. 6'2" tight end? What are we doing? Did y'all just see the number 4 overall pick in this year's draft, Kyle Pitts? That's a tight end. That's the future of tight ends in this league, folks. Not 6'2" garbage quarterbacks that, have not played in 9 years and now are coming back to the league for some reason. So, Tim Tebow, folks. The hell is going on? What the actual hell is going on in this league? Absolutely garbage. 1,000% garbage, 1,000% ridiculous to even talk about, and here we are talking about it.